Bring back men who beg. Bring back men who beg.
Nobody asked, but here are my standards if you want to take me. And I was traumatized by a Hispanic man, so I'm steering away from them. If you are Hispanic and I want to date you for some reason, you have to speak Spanish. If you aren't Hispanic and I'm dating you, you have to have culture. Like, you have to have culture. I will not date a white man. I have 2 degrees. I have my bachelor's and my master. I expect the same thing from my man. Unless his bachelor is in engineering, I could let it slide. Have to have a car. This wasn't always one of my standards. Now it is. Have to have a job. If you don't have a job and you still have money, that's also okay. If you're pursuing me, I'm not paying. I prefer a non-religious man, politically left-leaning. I need a boyish boy. I don't want a feminine boy. If you can identify any makeup product, where it goes, how it's applied, I am not interested. I want to be the girliest girl ever. I want to be the girl in the relationship, and I just want to be a princess. So yeah, those are my standards.
Just so there's no confusion, I'm going to show you exactly what a woman's first move is to show you that she's interested, okay? And that's it. And so when you see that, you approach.
Tell me that you don't want to see me anymore then. Don't lie to my face. Keep my expectations up here. Don't say that you like me and that you're going to fly out and see me if you actually don't plan on doing that. And before you say, Alexa, it's the men that you're choosing, think, no. I have tried every variation of man, okay? I don't even have a type anymore. That's how rough it is out here. Tall, short, blonde, brunette, doesn't matter. Your eye color, like literally it doesn't matter. Dad bod, muscular, it doesn't matter. Job, no job, it doesn't matter. They're all the same. I'm like rashing out. Like, if you guys heard the conversation that I had with this person 2 weeks ago, compared to now being ghosted again.
How come when I'm trying to date, it's either they want to smash or they want to date? Like, there's no in between. Why can't we do both? Why can't we be like regular freaking people and go on a date and then smash and then keep doing that, then get married? Like, I don't understand why it has to be this or thing, because on Tinder specifically, the men on there are trying to take your clothes off through the screen before they've ever even said hello. They are already trying to figure out the color of your underwear, what color your nipples are, and it's just getting out of hand. But then when you go on Hinge, it's like, let's go on a date to go get coffee and do puzzles together and talk about our feelings for 5 months, and then maybe we'll be able to kiss. I don't understand. Why does there have to be an or? Let's just put it together, do both, and we all should be married and be on our merry way. Anyways, bye.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Men refuse to simp in modern dating. What's changed everything? Shout out to all the simps. Hope you guys keep doing your thing, fall from the sky and multiply, you know, because women need you guys out here. I'm not going to lie. Things are getting rough out here. But let's talk about why men were actually doing it and why they don't do it anymore. Get in the comment section. This is for all the brothers. Let me know. We could discuss it together. Why have you stopped simping? Has simping ever got you anywhere? Did you ever enjoy the art of simping? Let's discuss it. So let's get into this. We're going to be reacting to clips, but men are no longer want to be seen as special. This is one thing I really want to talk about. And I know a lot of guys, it hits them in their emotions and their feelings when I say this. Men no longer want to be seen as special to women. They just want the same treatment that you gave the last dude that didn't have to do anything. And honestly, I'm here for it. See, women being liberated sexually, women not having to rely on a guy, it actually freed men. It helped men understand women's nature. It really has. See, a bunch of guys think they have to win a woman over. That is the quickest way for a woman to see you as a sucker. The reason why they want simps back is because it's getting rough out here. Roll the clip.
Yo, I changed my mind. I don't want to be independent anymore. I don't want to do this. I am now accepting applications for a man who wants to pay me $5,000 a month and then never speak to me. Pay all of my bills and then just go away, please. Ooh, tell me why I just had to pay $400 to replace 2 tires. $400 that I don't have. Serious inquiries for a man who wants to pay all my bills, please inquire within. I don't want to do this anymore.
I need my nails done. Babe, I got you. How much is it? Can we bring back, like, please men from the 1950s come back to life, okay? Because the men right now don't want to be useful. They just want to give you eggplant. I don't need eggplant, okay? Men are overestimating the demand for eggplant. The demand is low. The supply is high, okay? Nobody wants your eggplant. Be useful. Pay a bill or two. Supply is too high. Why is your eggplant different? Okay? Supply is high. Demand is low, okay? Bring back useful men, okay? Men that understand that they have to spend some money. Get rid of these cheap men.
I really didn't realize that one of the most expensive decisions of my life would actually be staying single. Being single is excruciatingly expensive in this world, like straight up monetarily. No one to split rent with, no one to split groceries with, no one who has your back when maybe you need a little support and can't pay your bills one month. No one buying you little treats and gifts that you wish you could get for yourself. No one splitting the cost of hotel rooms when you travel. Never getting +1s to anyone's weddings or events and having to pay for everything completely by yourself, including the gift. Not getting married means paying more taxes. Never having anyone to help with a down payment and a home. No one to sign as guarantor in case you need it. I think it's actually one of the most effed up parts of society, because as more and more people either choose to stay single or stay single because the quality of partners in this world are so terrible, life continues to get more and more and more expensive. And that is the consequence of singlehood that I don't think a lot of us really expected.
These women think that all men should simp. No, that's not what you're really attracted to. And if you really wanted men to simp, you need to talk to all the other women who ruin it for all of you guys, because simping doesn't get you anywhere as a dude. See, simping leads a woman to playing games with you, or she'll see you as long-term material. But here's where the lines get blurred. See, men want a return on their investment. Men want to do things for a woman, and yes, they want to get physical. They want to get closer to her. See, this shoots you in the foot. You're gonna have to pick a side. I tell guys all the time, you're thinking like women aren't like that. Okay, so then why do you get mad when you don't get anything for what you're doing? Let's keep it 100. You want to get physical with the woman. You want to be close to her. Guys want sex. But see, when you do all this simp stuff, women see you as a boyfriend. And how they want it to go is the right way. With the guy that they have high sexual attraction for, they just want to get it over with because they don't know if they're going to meet a guy that they find this sexy anytime in the near future. But a guy that's consistent with them, they have all these guys in the background. That's the reason why men stop simping too. Because when you do simp, all it does is make a woman start playing games with you. But see, if you're looking for a girlfriend, this shouldn't be a bad thing. But at the end of the day, it's a bad thing because you know you want to get physical. And see, women, when they see you as boyfriend material, they let another dude hit for less. And guys don't understand when I'm saying pay attention to the actions of them when they're younger. This is still going to be your wife or your girlfriend in the future. Ain't nothing changed about it. She is who she is. Let's roll a clip of your average American young woman.
I recently met this trying to be TikTok influencer for like thirst traps, and he's very good looking. And he had me over at his place, and we knew what was gonna happen when I came over there. Okay, we were both on the same page, and so we had a good time. We had some fun together, and afterwards, this man gets up and gets himself something to drink. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm kind of thirsty too. And never in my life have I had a man not offer me something to drink. But so he like chugs this glass of some sort of soda, sets it down. And then I was all like, hey, like, do you have anything I could have to drink? And he was all like, points to the same glass that he just drank out of. And there's like this much left of there. His backwash. He's all like, you have the rest of that. I just stared at him, and then he goes, do you want something different? I was like, yeah, I do. And he was like, okay, what do you want? And I was like, what do you have? Dr. Pepper, my water broke. Okay. So he fills up that same glass of Dr. Pepper and gives it to me. Alright, whatever, drink it, it's fine. Twice. I mentioned on the way going to see this man that I was feeling hungry. Twice while I'm over there, this man gets up to make himself something to eat, and never once offered me anything. Then, at the end of the night, I had gone over there wearing a tight crop top. There we go. And that's not very comfortable. Oh my gosh, that's not very comfortable to sleep in. So I asked him if he has a t-shirt that I could wear. You know. And what does he do? He hands me the same shirt that he wore to work that day. Wouldn't have been a problem, except for it was soaking wet with his sweat because his car's AC is broken. And I put it on at first not realizing, and then as soon as it's like on my body, I'm like, oh, like this is full of your sweat. Wow, I can still feel it on there. And he just laughs. He goes, yeah. Never gave me a different shirt.
And now they try to tell you that their type is a provider and a protector and whatever it means to them and blah, 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 blah. All right, but what you guys need to understand is their type is who they're attracted to sexually. Don't let them confuse you like you need to kick down these doors to be with them, because that ain't the truth. You know, this happens in their later years. See, their type is who they're sexually attracted to. They can fight it all they want. They can fight it all they want, no matter how they want to repackage it. Let's just get into the clip and talk about it.
I'm 30 and single, and I am in this phase of my life where I'm no longer going for my type. I feel like we've all adopted our type as a defense mechanism and not allowing for other people to enter our orbit and date people that we wouldn't normally date. And I've been thinking a lot about the unhealthy habits that I have adopted with dating. And I realize that it is a red flag if I ever find myself trying to impress men on a date. Like if I'm ever trying to impress them with my knowledge about basketball, or if I'm trying to impress them with my tech career journey, or just talk about my accomplishments that I've had in my life, it should be a sign that I should run for the hills, because someone should be impressed with me that I am authentically myself and being myself, and they should just be impressed with who I am, not because I know some Kobe Bryant statistics or that I've worked in tech. So next time you're on a date, finding yourself trying to impress someone or just impress someone with witty banter, give yourself a second to check in and figure out whether you actually like this person or this is just your ego needing some validation.
See, now she's 30 and single. Now she'll give you a chance. But at the same time, she's fighting with herself. She doesn't want to have to impress someone. But you were willing to impress the other dude that you were sexually attracted to in your younger years. And this is all cap anyway, because if she's attracted to this dude, if she has a high level of attraction to a guy, she's still going to try to impress him. I tell you guys, they can say everything that they want to say, but at the end of the day, their actions dictate everything. Why do you have to wait until 30 years old to realize that going for your type is bad for you? So what's your type of guy? Isn't a provider safe, attentive, loving, chivalrous, caring? So who's your type? Once again, guys, this is why they don't like intelligent men, because intelligent men can slow it down to make it actually make sense rather than believing the mumbo jumbo. And they think that men that won't simp are broke. I love this. I love this. And you should love this too, because there's a lot of guys out there that make adequate money. You know, they're always talking about this high value man, this 6-figure dude, 7-figure dude. Guys make terrific money. If we're going to be honest about it, any guy that lives his life and doesn't want for anything and has money to save at the end of the month, knows how to invest, this guy is in a position where he's not losing, he's winning. If anything, bringing a knucklehead into his life would cause him to go under and he would lose. But you're broke if you don't want to simp for them. But the reason why they want you to simp for them is because behind the curtains, they're actually broke. They always try to mask it with, you know, why would I deal with him if I already do everything for myself and I know what I can bring to the table? So, you know, I already go 100%. So why would I need a guy to come in here and do 50? It doesn't make any sense. You literally, it feels like you're becoming dumb when you start to listen to this stuff for too long, because it doesn't make sense. You're actually trying to help them, trying to rationalize it like, you know, maybe she has a point. And it's like, nah, it just, no. So you're broke if you won't simp for them. Roll the clip.
Okay, so y'all, I just recently started back dating like 6 months ago. And one thing that I've noticed after taking like a 2-year break from sex and dating and men is that now that I'm coming back, a lot of men like to plan low effort dates because they want to test you and make sure that you're not using them for money, which I think is so strange because they don't even really be having no money, or we got the same amount of money. So it's like, I don't know. But like, I've had somebody say, oh, let's go for a walk. Why the fuck would I want to go for a walk with a man as a first date? Or, oh, let's do a gym date as a first date. Why would I want to be in the gym with a man for the first date? I just don't get how we gonna get to know each other, because I really be focusing. I really don't want to talk when I'm in the gym. So it's just kind of like, what's going on? I feel like the first date sets the tone for like the amount of energy that you are willing to put into me. Now, I ain't saying you got to do an expensive date, but I feel like a well thought out planned date, like, oh, let's do bowling and dinner. Something simple, but something thoughtful, and something like that shows that you actually want to get to know me. But because money is such a big topic, I feel like a lot of men are just trying to test women, and that's why I think the dating scene is just bad right now. But I could be tripping. What y'all think?
This is why I tell you guys, do not tell them about your finances. Never talk to them about your finances. You can tell them what you do for work. Like, you go on a first date, and you know, a lot of times you don't even talk about this stuff. If the chick is really interested in you, you'll talk about it later on. But let's say it comes up, you can say what you do. Let her go try to figure that out, because that's what they do anyway. This is the game, right? They try to look up your job title and see how much you make. It's crazy. It's crazy work. So don't tell them how much you make. Don't tell them anything about finances. Let them think you're broke, you're less than, or they could think you're well off and maybe you're not, depending on what car you drive or how you drive. I don't care about anything, bro. Don't tell them anything. And another thing that's funny is they have a price tag on them. It's disrespectful if you won't simp for them, but at the same time, if you ask them how much an hour, it's still disrespectful. Well, what's the problem here? You're just going about it in the legal way. The way you talk, the way you guys act, give guys attitude if they don't want to cash app you, Venmo you money. What? See, that's disrespectful for you to actually even think that a guy will entertain. A guy of value is not entertaining any of that. Men refuse to simp. They're frustrated out here. And I know guys think that, you know, there's always going to be a simp on the internet. But here's the thing. A lot of women are not on the internet, but yet they still want simps. So they're not going to catch a simp in real life, because there's the thing about simps. A lot of them are unattractive. That's why they got to play the online field. They got to pay for the OnlyFans subscription. They got to do all of this stuff because they know damn well if they got in front of a woman ain't going to want them no matter how much they simp, unless she's putting up a Hail Mary. So they do it that way. There's plenty of women out here, right? They take pictures, but they don't provide content. Nobody's signing up for their pay. There's nothing to sign up for. So they're wishing that they could catch a simp out here. But like I said, a competent, attractive simp, it's rare out here. It's not enough to go around for these women. So you got the guys that will simp for the e-girls, the girls on camera, the girls on Instagram that, you know, have a subscription on OnlyFans and stuff. But a lot of regular women out here opening the camera for TikTok, they don't have a subscription. At the end of the day, women want simps for attention and validation. But when it starts to get real out here, they want to cash out on a simp. But when there's not a lot of simps, they can't take advantage. This is why they're upset. Think about it. You're upset that you can't take advantage of somebody. Crazy work. Crazy work. And like I say, no matter how nice you are to a woman, no matter how much you simp, women don't owe you anything. If you don't believe me, watch this.
It's not my fault if you're doing nice things for me and you're getting confused as to why I'm not doing anything with you. I'm not doing anything with you because my actions are showing you that I don't want to be with you. And they're getting frustrated. So the same thing goes for years, how women were like, you know, doing nice things, all of the things. And the men were like still dangling that carrot over your head like, oh, well, this is why I don't want to be in our relationship. Well, guess what? Now all of them are fiending for a relationship with you. And we're just like, we don't even want to date you, let alone be in a relationship or do the other thing with you. So it's like, you see now the difference, and it's like, it's let the silence speak louder than the words. I don't need to say anything, do anything, make someone else feel more comfortable. If you want to be nice to me, you want to text, you want to talk to me, good for you. Doesn't mean that you're going to get anything out of me, because just because I'm a nice person doesn't mean that I'm going to be doing charity work because you think that you deserve something from me. The thing is, they think they have access to your body just because you're nice. It's not how it works.
Never feel the need to simp for a woman. I don't care how much you like her. You can do nice things for a woman that's doing nice things for you. You're going back and forth. She likes you like that. But I don't think anything's ever going to change the way this is. And another thing I find funny is women are frustrated because men don't care. Men are going on dates. I told you before, attractive men don't care about fumbling anything. Attractive men don't care about texting you the right thing. Attractive men don't care about any of this stuff because they're not trying to impress you, because the game is already out there. They keep blabbing their mouth. Why would I have to simp when you like who you like, and you're going to like me or you're not going to like me? Guys are realizing the truth. They're refusing to simp. And guess who suffers? Not men. The women suffer. So this was Men Refuse to Simp in Modern Dating. What's changed everything? Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Please forgive me if I sound heated during this video. I am. I met a girl on a dating app maybe about 2 months ago, and we've been talking pretty consistently since. About a month ago, we planned a date, and up until the day of the date, everything was fine, but then she said she was feeling really sick, and we didn't go through with it. But she seemed really honest about it, and we just kept going, kept talking, and there was no big red flags. Just she was sick, and it didn't work out. Okay. About 5 days ago on Monday, I asked her, hey, I found out if I get off a little early on Friday. Do you want to maybe go on a date? She sent yes with 4 S's and an exclamation mark, and I was like, okay, perfect. I'm going to plan something and let me get back to you. She sends me a snap video in return like, awesome, this sounds great, perfect. Like, very real conversation with this person. It's not just like some stranger on the internet. All the girls who are hating on me for my coffee date video, you're going to love me for this one. I got a reservation at one of my favorite restaurants in Salt Lake City, a pub and grill. It is amazing. I was really excited to take her. I checked with her on Tuesday of this week, said, does that work? How about 6:30? She's like, 6:30 works great. I'm like, perfect. I'm going to get off work at 4, go shower at the gym so I don't have to drive all the way back home, then drive up another hour from where I live to pick you up for the date, which I'm totally happy to do. I'm excited for the date. Yesterday, I sent her the paragraph, the details. I tell her, I got a reservation for us at my favorite restaurant. I'm so excited to take you. I'm going to drive up to your house and I'll be there at 6:30 to pick you up. Told her, wear whatever you want, but maybe dress a little warm because it's going to be a little cold outside. And finally, I told her, after dinner, if we have time, let's go play mini golf. I didn't want to make it as a for sure thing because I don't know how long it's going to take. She does not live very close to the restaurant or close to me. After communicating with this girl for over 2 months and planning a date, I got work off early for this, okay? I planned it. We've been talking. It wasn't like any red flags or anything weird. I sent her the plan for the date and just radio silence. Nothing. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? This is yesterday around 3 p.m. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm being patient too. I said around 8 o'clock. Does that work? Nothing. And finally, I'm like, you know what? Maybe she's working late. I'm going to wait till midnight. I sent her a text at midnight and I was like, look, I would love to go with you. Please let me know before work tomorrow if you can go or not. So I know to pack my stuff and I know how to schedule my whole day. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I wake up the next morning. At this point, I reached out to her on Snapchat. I said, hey, I don't know if you've been seeing my messages. Please let me know if you can do this. The worst part of it all is that she was active on Snapchat. I could see she was active on Snapchat. I mean, not to be a spy, but her Snap score was shooting up. And I'm sitting here like, what is going on right now? Finally this morning, I just sent a voice message. I was like, look, go, don't go. I just need you to let me know. And at this point, it would have been really nice of you to let me know earlier in the week. We've been playing this date all week. You've been very cooperative and excited, and I have been too. At the very least, I don't even care if you ghost me. Ghost me before this. Let me know that you can't go on the date. Do not waste my time. And then just silently bail. And I said, seriously, this is not cool of you. Why couldn't you at least let me know? I get back 20 minutes later, and she unadded me. No explanation. And that's the last I've heard from her. That was earlier this morning. So, you're talking to someone on a dating app or online, they're real people. They're very real people. I'm real. And I was very excited.